Hi, this is Holly with Presence Point, and thanks for joining us. Today we're here with another Shepherds in Action interview, and as you know, as Doug and I travel, we meet people who we think are beautiful examples of shepherds. And Luke Dushamirugaba, am I close?
Yes.
That was a challenge for me. Luke is from Rwanda, and we met 2009 when a friend of mine and I came across the border from Goma, Congo into Rwanda, and it's been a good friendship, I think, ever since. It's been a really a privilege to meet and work with him. But Doug and I have watched Luke, first that time in 2009 when he shepherded myself and a friend, and all the way from that border to Kigali, Rwanda. And then throughout the time since then, we've watched him grow. And tell us, first of all, the positions you're in Youth for Christ, Luke.
That time I was a Deputy National Director of Youth for Christ. No, I was a head of department.
Ah, okay, head of department, okay.
Head of department
and then you were Deputy National Director.
Yes.
And now you are?
Region Director of East Africa, a nation now. But we are looking to pioneer another 3 nations.
So those 8 nations, let me see if I can get them right. Rwanda, Tanzania, I should say, right? Rwanda, Tanzania, Kenya, Burundi, South Sudan, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, one more. Uganda. And I should know them all because we just finished a conference with representatives from all 8 countries, and it was just remarkable. Now you're thinking of pioneering which other 3 countries?
Eritrea, Djibouti, and Somalia.
Oh my gosh, okay, all right, that's a lot. So, Luke, in this Shepherds in Action interview, tell us first of all where you shepherd. You talked about Youth for Christ International, East Africa, but where else do you shepherd?
First of all, I shepherd myself, my soul, my body, and my spiritual. Then the second one, it's my family. As I said, my wife, my 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls, 2 generations. 16, 15, and 7 and 6. And then I am a member of the church, and I have served different role in the church. Now I'm the head of the committee in charge of evangelism and discipleship. So that's another area I'm shepherding. So then Youth for Christ as a Deputy National Director of Rwanda, then in East African region.
Do you have time to sleep, Luke?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I try to balance.
And it's been sweet to watch you. We've done Zoom calls from the U.S. We're currently now in Kigali, Rwanda. But in our Zoom calls from the U.S. planning this conference, it's been fun to watch him with his kids who sneak in and want to say hello and to meet them. And then here, we've been able to just see them in the background, you know, at the opening ceremony, at the closing ceremony. And you clearly shepherd well, and they love you. They love their dad. It's very sweet.
Thank you.
So tell us, how do you implement provision, protection, and presence where you lead?
Yeah, I will start with my personal shepherding, let me say, if it's possible. But always I wake up very early morning, do my devotion and quiet time, and read Bible, and meditate on it. And also, after reading, I do summary and sending to my colleagues and people what I have learned from the Bible, starting with my family. Then, and home, it's only this shepherd leadership, the key point is presence. Then I try my best, how I can be present in my family. It has been really challenging, especially for African dads, to be present their kids and playing together, games, everything. Also spending time with them. But I've seen, though I have more different responsibility, but I have tried this very early morning. I tried to pick them to school when we are going to the car, chatting with them, and then come back home evening. I managed to be at home, and we have created what we call a family hour. It's not an hour; it's beyond of hour, but we call it family hour. And that during hour, we do different activity. We do games, we lead people, we watch sometime movies, and we read Bible together. We have some stories and hear from each other. And always we start with the small one. And then telling us her story, what he has been doing with the school, other things, what he has altered on movies, different things. Then we sing together, we pray together. Then I can able to understand, and I have been creative. I remember I came with a game of cards. I used not to like cards, but I say how I can know the action, the interaction with my. I create some games. Now, when they are playing cards, I can see who can cheat, who can love it, who can smart to calculate something, and it helped me to go in mind, to observe the body languages. That really helped me how I can provide or collect or protect. They may maybe use the bad language from school. That's a good time to know that. Then I say, oh, I can know, I have to sit with someone, this one. Or I can provide not only food, even my feelings or the word from the God that time. So that's family is one of the way we do. Then during the weekends, I plan to spend time with my kids, especially Saturday. Then we also create also vacation like this year after this conference, and so I will have provided a whole week of vacation with my kids. That's one way. Then at church, I try to attend, to be present to my church, to attend also some fellowships or visiting my colleagues from church, my church partners, or visit them. So then I like also to go to where they are working. I like to go to the place they are working.
You see them there. You go where they're
see
working.
them. Yeah. Then for YFC, that's where also I like it. YFC has been part of my life since 1995 up to now. I've been more than 26 years in Youth for Christ. It's in my part of my life, spiritual life, physical life, even emotional in something. So also working, I have some different capacity, but now I'm leading, I try to visit them. Like example, now we have 6 chapters. I have this chapter coordinator and stay in their homes. In our context, when you are a leader, so for example, when you visit someone in area, they want maybe to put you in the hotel. I'd say no, I want to stay in your home. I can eat together, I can see their family members, I can feel, smell, everything. Then I know how I can know them and help them in whatever we do. Then also to visit them, I'm managing by walking. We call it more managing by walking, to see with my eyes, to touch sometime. That's how I do in my work in Youth for Christ. The reason why I organized this conference, because I have been appointed to be the regional director. It's 6. I started with 7 nations. Now we pioneered the 8 nations. So now looking for 3 other nations. But I want to start with them. They understand expectation. We are on the same level. What look like a shepherd, how we can be a good shepherd, and a governance. So now I am happy with this conference. We are on the same level understanding. Then when I revisit them, they see, oh, because he's a shepherd. When I provide, because I provide for their needs, not my needs. So that's why I organize this conference, to see that we are in the same level understanding, and also they can do the same as I do, but I have to do by example, serving and sacrifice as Jesus Christ has did.
So I heard a theme. What I heard you say is it's impossible to provide and protect well if you're not present.
100%. More than 100% is possible.
Yeah, if it's possible. Because I think I heard you spend time with the kids and play games. Now you know them well enough to even provide what they need more effectively, because when you're playing a game, something can slip out when you're just frustrated or happy or sad or angry. And you could get that information and then be able to work with them on that area. And then I heard in church is stopping by and seeing the people where they're working when that's possible, just saying hello and being at the church, with the families in the church environment, and with your coordinators, I'm hearing you're going to them.
Yes, yes.
And so you're learning about their family, not, there's no
Manipulation?
no intention other than to be able to lead them more effectively and to love them well. I mean, that's what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and so you said something important, because people will watch this in Africa or hopefully anywhere in the world, US. You said it's hard for an African dad to be present. Tell me what you mean by that.
Yeah, sometime when maybe other things, it has been that they think they are providers.
Yes.
They are protectors.
Number one is to get a job and bring home.
Bring them.
Yes.
Busy with their job. Make sure everything's protected. Then when they are coming home, those who has TVs, they are busy with TVs. Those in the rural area, they are busy with other things. They are like to have beer with their colleagues. But they don't want to spend time. They are saying, kids is for moms. Their job is to make sure they have food. But they are no idea the food they like it, because they have never eaten together. So sometime. So that's something has been lacking. That means that they love them, but they are missing information because they are never lived it with them, playing with them. Some do, but not really, as I have seen some part of the world.
Not as a culture.
Yeah.
So those are all important things to do, and those are all beautiful examples of shepherding, and you do it beautifully and really well. What word of encouragement do you have to the person who's listening to this, who says, I cannot do all those things, but at one point you probably thought you couldn't either, right? So what word of encouragement would you have for other shepherd leaders?
That's a good question. So, yeah, it's dear friend, partners, whoever will watch this video, this concept of shepherd leadership is really working. It's really working. The 3 P's: presence, provision, protection. It's practical things, changing lives. But start by the presence. You need to be present in whoever lives you are reading. And it requires sacrifice, but you sacrifice your time, just time.
And your own needs, maybe.
Your own needs sometimes. So, but when you have been present, you have enough information of what you need to provide, what you need to protect. But it's work, it's changed life, and you'll be happy because your children, your members, your church members, your follow the people who follow in your leadership, they'll be happy because you provide for what their needs, not what you need. Their favorite colors, their favorite taste, whatever. That's really, now I'm happy because of my kids. I remember last trip I did in US. I was in shop buying shoes and for my kids, and I was saying, I have to think what their needs. Then I was calling them, sharing me what the shoes, the colors, even take pictures, send to them, because I want to be present in their life and make sure I'm providing, I'm getting enough information to provide for their needs, not my needs or my favorites. So it's work. I really encourage you to do this. Try from your family, from your sphere of influence, and later you will give testimony. I am sure it works. Thank you.
Wow, there is nothing more to say, is there? Thank you, Luke. Thank
You're
you for allowing us to be with you this week.
Thank you.
It has been such a privilege.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the time to do this, and thank you for listening and watching. And I pray that this challenge from Luke will help you live deeply into your calling as parent, as partner, as pastor, as business owner, as board member, as supervisor, manager, as friend. You can use the shepherding message that our dear Jesus, the Good Shepherd, has given us through his word. So thank you for joining us. Live deeply into your calling this week. Take care. Bye.
Amen.